the second round, you might say, of conversation between Job and his three friends that he's got. Ethel, and you got Bedad, and Zophar, you got them. Zophar, you got his three friends. And his three friends is coming into him, and we all know about what's happened in Job's life up to this point. We all know that Job is being tested in a sense. And God's allowing things to happen into Job's life that is devastating. He's lost his family, he's lost his cattle, his sheep, his old possessions. He is now losing his physical body in the sense that he's got boils all over his body, and he's sick and he's afflicted. And these three friends come up to him to try to give him some sense of comfort. You know those type friends that you got that does that. How you doing? Well, I ain't doing real good. Well, I ain't neither. I'm just so sorry that you're about on your deathbed and all. And that's not really comforting to Job. And that's what Job was getting into here. Is they're trying to comfort him and encourage him and try to help him out in a sense of what they was thinking. And not as a sense of what was going on in Job's life and what God was doing in Job's life. And we read over here, I'm going to read 2 verses this morning and give you just a few things out of it. Job chapter number 21, verse 14 and 15. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? And I want to stop right there for the sake of what I'm wanting to get into. Job is actually going back after the last comment so far. He's actually getting very irritated at this particular time. We read over in the first chapter, we read over here in the first lesson, where it starts at about chapter number 3, and it goes all the way up, and all the way up into about chapter number 27 or so, the first section of it, where he's going into him, and his friends are coming up to him and saying, Job, look, you're this way because you have hidden sin in your life. You have done something somewhere in your life that God is punishing you for. It says in the Bible that the wicked shall be judged. And it says in the Bible that there's going to have some afflictions in their lives for the wickedness that they have. And Job is looking at him and saying, he says, you don't understand. I don't necessarily feel this way. You see, people nowadays has gotten into understanding that something bad happens. A lot of church folks nowadays are thinking if something bad happens to somebody, that they have sin in their life and God is judging them and He's punishing them for their sin. And that's not the case. That's not what happened right here with Job. Amen. We find out here that Job was a righteous man. Chapter number 1, we